Hello, restaurant representatives. This is Sean Manazzo with Restaurant Customer Factory, the place for repeat customers. So we're going to be talking about three types of media which can re-engage customers. You've got paid media, owned media, and earned media. Now, paid media is when you have a specific target, like a cost per acquisition, where there's a goal cost. When you understand their lifetime value, you understand what the customer's worth to you, which is why you're willing to invest a certain amount into advertising. Now, before you do any of this, have Google Analytics set up and Google Tag Manager set up. You can see some links below that will explain how to set those up. And what this will do is this will allow you to have a trigger for a specific target where when there's a desired customer activity, you can say when they do this, record it as a win. There's your paid your paid media, which can be related to your TrueView ads within YouTube. A lot of restaurant franchises are doing this. Your Google search ads and your Facebook ads. There can be here RLSA ads. So your remarketing lists for your search audiences. This is how you can follow the person around, and the ad's always on their shoulder, because they've done some action which adds them to your retargeting list. Either you have their email, you've put a tracking pixel on their page or cookie. So there's your paid media category. Then there's your owned media category, which is your autoresponder. And this is when they walk into the door and they either enter into the kiosk, their email, their phone number, they drop their card in the bowl, they give you permission to email them or text message them down the road, so that you can then take your whole marketing calendar and email it to them or text messages it to them at a low cost. Now, the value of this is it builds over time. So it's not an investment every time someone joins your database. It is them giving you permission to hear about you again. Then your events aren't necessarily a piece of paper on the wall. They are entered into their phone, which they see regularly. There was a statistic from a Google Partners presentation where they said people check their phone 150 times a day. Now, I know people check their phone a lot, and I don't know if they're checking your billboard 150 times a day or your radio ad 150 times a day. However, the autoresponder allows you to re-engage them afterwards. So this is continuous engagement with all your events and all of your marketing goals, your specific targets. So we want to get people added to your owned media. Then there's earned media, which is most of the social media talk that people go about. So if someone shares your event on Facebook, your YouTube tour goes through there, they share it, or someone subscribes, and the little alarm button on the side of YouTube, they sign up for notifications from your restaurant. It's another communication channel where people are, you can have the buttons at the bottom of your website where there's share on Facebook, share on Twitter, share on Pinterest, yada yada yada. And then there's engagement there, and from the earned media you can get them to sign up to your autoresponder, or you can get them to go get added to your RLSA list. These are the three categories we're going for, and from there we can have specific written targets. So we want a $20 cost per acquisition, and then we factor this into our display network ads, our search network ads, any TrueView ads we've got going on. Before we run the ads, we have analytics up and running with your tag managers, so that we have a trigger for the specific tally. So it's like we've got an abacus and we're checking who's added to our database, who's reached the order completed page. If they reach the order completed page, fire this trigger, send this tag notification to analytics, so we can check in analytics that we've got this many order completions, we've got this many people added to our database, we've got this many people coming to this event. And from there you can have Eventbrite. So Eventbrite is a free service when you've got events like Trapeze. Downtown, there's this circling trapeze artist group. And what we see with restaurants is they've got a poster on the wall. And it's fantastic, or there'll be a notification in a meetup group, which is a good strategy. However, people that are familiar with you, if they receive an email with an Eventbrite link, they can RSVP, and then you can have a sense of who's actually coming to the event. And you can have a tally of, okay, this is how many people are coming to the event, want this amount of bartenders, or whatever adjustments you need to make. You can see a report of who's coming. Then when you go from there, you can start to schedule, okay, for 5 minutes a day I'm going to make a Facebook post, or I'm going to put Giftfly. Giftfly is a gift card service that you can put into your Facebook page. You can send out in your autoresponder, where you can also decide whether the merchant or the customer pays the negligible processing fee. I think it's like 0.03% or something like that. However, it's set up where you can have your own merchant account, and within Facebook, for a holiday, you can send out an email saying you can get a gift card for Easter for your grandma, or whoever you want to be doing this for. Whenever you have an event coming up, there is 2 weeks in advance you can be communicating with them. Okay, you can enlist OpenTable and have them reserve their table in OpenTable weeks in advance, where it's simply sent out through an email. So if you sit down for 30 minutes and craft a series of emails where you're offering your transaction opportunities, so you're offering your mug club, your holiday special, you're just notifying them of your weekly specials, the schedule of your week, what you have going on in the restaurant or bar for the week can be sent to them on Monday. Every Monday they're able to see, hey, this is what's going on at O'Malley's or whatever fine establishment you've got. Then what you can do is you can zero in on what you're actually spending to get a customer, what the return is. You can say, here's the average check size, here's what I'm putting into these channels, here's what these channels are producing because you've got analytics up and running. And then you can say, okay, we want to fill in the white space in the calendar with this event, and this is how we're going to deliver it through this channel, which we know is a zero cost investment or a low cost investment, or whatever you're thinking. You're able to then enlist these other channels with these other audiences. Locally, Puget Sound To Go is a wonderful service. Okay, you might be national, which has a MyTown To Go app. However, this gentleman, Ryan Lindstrom, is a pretty cool guy, and they've got drivers. So what you can then do is you can say, if people don't want to come into the restaurant, let's say it's a Friday night, people are tired from work and they just want it delivered, through the email you can mention, hey, download the Puget Sound To Go app, get it delivered this way. Uber Eats is growing now. There's all these delivery channels where you can email it and make it more convenient on the customer to have an exchange with you. Be sure to go below to see the list of 23 tools for restaurant marketers, the explanation for Google Analytics, the explanation for Google Tag Manager setup, and we're going to explain each one within the 23 tools. So you can go below to download the instructions on how to set it up. If you have any questions, you can email us at getrestaurantpatrons@gmail.com. I'll have to schedule a consultation. There's also, we're going to be building live events with masterminds so that we can get all the marketing channels available to you, and then you can compare and have dialogues with us so that we can learn how to better serve you. We really want to have a machine running with clear channels, with clear investments and clear returns, so that you can make the decisions always in your hands. And then we can say, okay, we are crafting this marketing agenda with these specific targets, and these are the tools we're going to use to accomplish our specific goals. Love to talk to you. Have a wonderful day. Leave any comments if you feel like it. Subscribe if you feel like it. And we would love to see you thriving with re-engaged customers all the time. Take care.